Okay, peace, family. How we doing today? I know I'm running late. Swear I'm trying to be on time. Um, I know we got Minister Yogi in the building, but you can hop in whenever you're ready. I'll let everybody get in the chat. So, obviously, today's subject, I, I want to keep harping on something that's like pretty freaking important. Yo, peace, 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 peace. You in the building, guy? Peace. Something that I want to stress about relationships and just relationships with people in general is that we pretty much don't take the time to actually really understand who it is that we're interfacing with and really accept them as they are, right? Like when they present themselves. But we have this image in our mind that is like, oh, maybe they could be this, that, and the third, and it's like, no, take them for what they are, as they present themselves. And so we'll go into specific topics and specific examples, seriously, on why individualism versus the family unit, and why relationships are failing. And then we'll have Q&A and stuff like that as y'all come into the chat and stuff like that. Bringing out questions, but this is an important topic, and I think a lot of people do not know how to manage, or just they want to be independent. They don't want to work as a family. Some people have families that they care for them, and then they're basically just disrespectful to them, even if there is been some issues in the past. Like, it does not matter. Like, you don't always have to talk to them, but it's like, look, you never know when they'll go, and to do things on your own is like, why would you do that? Um, oh, peace, family, you up in the building. Um, and I just see it all the time, like people trying to operate on their own, and they're not trying to work together as a collective. They're like, hey, no, I like being Miss Independent, where I like to be Mr. Independent, and I don't need nobody. And it's like, you're doing yourself a disservice. So anyway, um, definitely want to see if you guys are queued in. And so again, this will be on replay so that people can watch it. But feel free to bring in your questions if you have specific relationships with friends, family, people you were courting, and stuff like that, right? So let me share my screen real quick, and we'll make sure to make it relatively quick so that you guys can go to bed on time. Let me see if I can share my screen real quick. All right. Let me know if y'all can see the screen. Y'all can see the screen? Isolation is illusion. Yeah, 100%. Isolation is illusion. A lot of people like doing that. And I'm telling you, that's not the way to win. You're going to do a lot more work, and the results are not going to be like you think they're going to be. So anyway, okay. So like I said, these are the topics we're going to talk about, and then we'll have time for call-in, because we obviously got we have Mr. Yogi here will chime in from time to time, and we'll just be able to take your calls and just be able to answer any specific things that may not be clear. Maybe you need some direction with cosmology up in the building. Oh yeah, we got Chief Minister Yogi. Let me add you to the stage. Boom.
Peace, family, peace.
Yo. Okay. Um, as you know, we gotta do the announcements, yeah. So we have the Aboriginal Summit, right? Two summits this year, right? One in Tulum, Mexico, from July 2nd to the 7th, and then the Aboriginal Summit, August 16th through the 18th, right? There's going to be more events this year, obviously, but again, these are just some of the things that you should put on your calendar, and you can always go to honorcommunityculture.org to find out for more of the events and stuff like that, or honorevents.org. So, all right, as y'all know, enrollment for the summer for the Juris course, feel free to go to Shabbat Associates or Aboriginal University. Doesn't matter. Either way, get yourself enrolled. And then if you have questions about nationalization or just starting an indigenous business, feel free to give us a call. Reach out to any of the jurists, and we'll get you situated. All right. Now, y'all know I like talking about money, right? So I want y'all to like prepare yourself really of like what people are doing And I don't think people are really aware. Maybe you are because we keep talking about it, but like I'm gonna share this and like let me see. Stop sharing that. Let me share this screen. I know you like Kojo. You're supposed to be talking about relationships. I know I like them. All right. Let's watch.
The digital euro is on the move. Yesterday, the Governing Council of the ECB approved the opening of the preparation phase.
Boy, she looks so scripted, like she reading.
It will be a journey, and we will walk the journey together with the legislator. All European institutions will be involved to make sure that Europe is equipped with the currency of the future.
Now, what could she be talking about?
Cash is here to stay.
That's what they say.
You will have all options, cash and digital cash. So what does it mean for you?
Right.
For consumers, it would be free and easy to use everywhere in the euro area. All of that, of course, is subject to the legislative process.
So they got that caveat.
Cash or digital, the choice will be yours.
Yo, there ain't gonna be no choice, right? So why did I play this, right? There's basically, like I told you, they've already introduced the CBDC and they've already ran the pilot program and tested it. It's already been approved in Europe. It's obviously been approved in the US, China, Russia, and all these other places, India. So literally, it is here to stay. So what I'm telling you is that you need to get familiar with utilizing these different types of currencies, right? So if you don't have a digital wallet, look at Ledger X, look at Trezor, even getting a digital wallet. These are things that you can do to kind of prepare yourself for actually what is happening. So that's really the big thing, right? So that's why I keep even mentioning CBDCs, blockchain technology, crypto, just because it is literally here. You said it looks like AI. Yeah, I mean, for real, like the way she was reading, I'm like, yo, is she legit, or is this a hologram? Because they doing the hologram shit in New York and I forget what other place, but let me not say hologram, but portal. They call it a portal where people can see you from other side of the world. I'm like, what makes that different from like using FaceTime, right? So anyway, they try to make it just glorified. It was a big ass circle, and anyway. Let me not get distracted, y'all. Let me get to the main thing. I know we be getting distracted sometimes, y'all. Because I want to make sure that you guys get rest. All right. If you have questions on that, feel free to reach out to either myself or any of the jurists, or just Minister Yogi if you ever want to understand just like what money decisions you need to be making, because it is happening. If you don't know how to maneuver the different blockchains, different currencies, different forms of cryptocurrency, you're going to be in trouble. Because for that person to say, Christine Lagarde, to say that, yeah, you're going to have the option for digital and cash. I'm like, man, I don't believe it. So anyway, okay. Main topic, right? Let's talk about first individualism. This is based off of the dictionary definition. The habit or principle of being independent, self-reliant, right? Or the social theory of having freedom of actions for individuals or collective or state control. This is literally the definition, right? So I'm going to present this study that a group of scientists did on individualism, on how it actually impacted people's health. Specifically on the suicidal attempts or suicidal executions because of COVID-19, right? Because they obviously quarantined everybody, said stay away from people, don't go nowhere, don't talk to nobody, don't interact with nobody, stand 6 feet away. Like this all impacted, and this was part of the discussion that we talked about in last class, right? Of how that actually impacted. So literally a study shows that over 12,000 suicidal attempts and 33,000 roughly. Like, so from the social distancing, quarantine, financial crisis, all this stuff impacted people's quote unquote mental health, right? And so, but these are all based off of individualism. People not interacting with people, people not interacting with their own families, friends, loved ones. They literally put in a box and say, stay away from everybody. Right? So, according to PubMed, adults living alone, 23 per 100,000 persons years as far as like suicidal rates. So that's a lot of people committing suicide based off of being isolated, being alone, being independent, not doing anything and interacting with people. Like literally, this has impacted people's health, right? So my question to y'all is, have you heard anybody in this world making it on their own without being involved with nobody? Tell me, chat. Have y'all heard of that? Mr. Yogi, have you heard of that?
Hell no. No.
I ain't heard of it. It's unheard of. Like, and if you can name somebody, put it in the chat, right? But it literally, you're not gonna make it on your own. You need other people. You need the network of systems dealing with other people to actually build something. Literally. And doing things on your own literally causes extra diseases like heart attack, strokes, diabetes. Like, you think this is a game. And it also impacts your choices of food. You know what I mean? And you really don't get anything done like you think you're getting done. He's like, yeah, I'm busy. I'm busy doing stuff. Busy doing what? Nothing. You just movement. It's just movement. That don't mean progress. And you're not really executing your purpose at yet, right? Some of you think that you can outlast a tribe that moves on code and in sync. And I'm like, I would bet $1 million that you can't. Because it literally ends with you. If you die tomorrow, the other tribe will keep going and they will continue to multiply while your lineage ends. Period. Right? So the scale, this is how people in 2024 think that I don't need nobody. I can get the job done. I'm like, bullshit. I would like to see you try. So I don't know, man. It's just, so now that we talked about individualism, now I'm going to plead my case for family. The family unit, tribes, that's really who's running the show. So I'm going to ask everybody, and people can put it in the chat or whatever. Are you aware of who's actually running the world? Like, what families are actually running the world? Can you throw out some names? I know some of y'all know. Y'all be talking about them in conspiracy theories, right? You're probably, yeah, those are some of the names. Like, so even with those families, there's still people who do not get along. They're like, we do not like cousin Rockefeller because all they do is drink and spend the money of the trust. And people are like, well, we got to deal with him because he works at JP Morgan and we need to continue to have our foot on the money. So deal with cousin Rockefeller and we'll be okay. They don't like that. Anyway, so this is how they interact, but they still get it done because they understand what the common goal is, which is to remain dominant and have control and power and wealth and continue to pass it on. And if they don't follow the plan, these people, hold on, who is texting me, right? Okay. And if they don't follow the script, they're out of the trust. Literally, it's out of the will. So anyway, so you get the point I'm trying to say. So of course, these are your families, right? These are literally your families that run the world. Period. And I'll break it down specifically what sectors they're running that impact you, me, and everybody else. So the Bushes, the Rothschild, Rockefeller, JP Morgan, DuPont, right? So I break down exactly. Look at them, all showing their teeth. All showing their goddamn teeth. So this is how you should be looking whenever you see, like, okay, why are they so happy? Why, like, you should. That's how y'all need to be looking. Why? Because they are literally running your life. So let me explain. Right. Oh, okay. Did I miss something? I just want to make sure. Okay. So here's the themes that they're actually running: finances, economics, banking. That's obviously JP Morgan. Education, Rockefeller, right? Energy, oil and gas. That's obviously the Bushes. Medical, food, agriculture, DuPont. And then just in general, generational dominance. This is how they moving. So they're moving as units, they're moving as clans. They keep multiplying, they keep having babies, they have several grandchildren on top of grandchildren on top of like these people are multiplying while you are not having families. You're literally being an individual. Did you say chief devils? Yeah, you're right. They run the show. You know what I mean? But here's really one of the big things that I want to make sure that we talk about, right? These families literally have a codes of conduct of how they're about to be interacting. So, I'm not even live on Instagram. So, strategic loyalty. These people are loyal to the family. They're like, yeah, we're not gonna. We may not like each other, but we damn sure about to stay on code. And I just want y'all to really hear what I'm saying. You have like strategic loyalty, staying on code. Some of y'all are looking at me like this. You see the dog? Literally, that y'all are side eyeing because it's like, wait, nah, bro, that's not what they doing. No, that's literally what they doing. So, and on top of that, they're planning. They have goals that they're setting. They're participating in think tanks. Literally participating in think tanks. 2-parent household, undefeated. Literally. So, and then it's the survival of the fittest. So, or the fittest, excuse me. So, hopefully that makes sense, right? I know you're like, bro, if you don't get to the main point that I want to hear, which is the relationship, I know y'all. Just bear with me. So, based off of individualism or the family unit, which one would y'all think is the better thing to be doing? Right? You're right. Yeah. All right. Sharon Clan. We got to remain. Yeah. We have to remain on code, y'all. And we got to get busy. We are behind the curve and we got to get busy. So if you see me asking you what you're doing, you're like, yeah, I'm just chilling today. This time you chilling? You can't be chilling at this time. That's how I'm going to be looking at you. And then it's just, hopefully I get the point. I'm trying to make this funny. So anyway, who would be the dominant? Like, would individualism, like, do people who think that they really are independent, they don't need nobody, they're like, fuck everybody, I can do it all on my own, I can do that all by myself. Are they really about to out trump family units that literally are running the world? Like, help me, y'all. Like, is that, y'all think that that's the case? Because I'm gonna tell y'all, if y'all think individualism is about to run this stuff, I'm about to look at y'all like this.
Stop it. Get some help.
Get some help, right? Anyway, y'all get what I'm talking about. So these are literally what run the world, y'all. So these are the fields that we have to make sure that we stay equipped to. We participate and actually build institutions around that. So anyway, you get what I'm saying, right? Individualism versus family. So how do we actually create families that are functional and working for everybody? Well, we're gonna get into that, right? So I know y'all like, yeah, hurry your ass up, brother. We see why PD is the man. There's other people who fall guys, right? Like you can see it all over. Like you got what's his face? You got Mr. Aubrey Graham. I didn't realize the brother had that many children flying around until I seen them pictures. I was like, oh, is that where the motivation for that album cover with that young baby with the fro came from? I said, that's where that came from. That makes so much sense. That was his son. I was like, oh, I did not know that. So yeah. There's more for all people that are coming. They're just literally trying to duck and dodge their time, right? Okay. So how do we do it? How do we build families? How do we build families with other families, right? Well, one, y'all got to learn some skills and you got to execute. Get your health right. Make yourself and other people around you valuable. Building the institutions, like I said, and just being functional as a national. You're like, oh, that's so generic. I know. Let me get into the specifics, okay? So what? And this is my favorite subject, y'all. Relationships. Why are relationships failing? Why? Big thing is a lot of people are dishonest. They're not being honest. Some of y'all are faking the funk. Y'all like, yeah, I like dealing with you. No, I like dealing with you too. When you like, yeah, you lying to each other. Like, I'd rather have somebody say, I don't like you, Kojo, but I'm willing to work with you. I'm like, oh, okay. I know where you stand. But then more importantly, I'll just check the cosmology just to ensure, where is this hate coming from? I'm like, oh, it's probably a mutual Mars somewhere along the line. I probably did something to offend the person and now they hate me. Right. So, that will answer all that question, but that's the big thing, is that people are just not honest. And to a fault, people are not really comfortable being in their own skin. So you got people faking the funk. Oh yeah, what up, y'all on IG? I know y'all like, man, Coach, hurry. Beyond the point of people having to we're beyond the point of people having to stay together. Like 100 years ago, people were like, yeah, we ain't going nowhere. We're like, we have to stay together because, like, woman, you ain't got no skills. I'm over here working this what is it, industrial job, that is hard on my body. I'm out in the field and you raising the kids. Like, where you about to go? I ain't going. You ain't going. We may hate each other. Oh, you ain't going. So that's how people literally just stay together. But in 2024, people are just literally cutting they're like, yep, they'll cut the umbilical cord. Yep, divorce, right? And it's not a big deal to them because they're like, I just go find another sucker or another husband or another wife or whatever the case is.
Right.
But it's coming to a point. People's pockets is getting funny. People's pockets is getting funny. And so what are people trying to do? They trying to latch on to something real. They're like, you know what? Damn, let me suck up my pride. Let me latch on to something that's going to keep me from being in these streets. All right. So now that you understand where I'm coming from, so you should be aware of your book of you, meaning the functions and the dysfunctions, y'all. Like, nobody, if you going into this blind, this is where you're going to have issues. I always ask y'all, whenever y'all ask me for just perspective on the relationship, I'll ask you, what is the cards? And Yogi, what would they look like when we ask that question? When they say, what are you talking about?
What are you talking about?
Huh? Exactly, right? That's exactly it, right? Oh, I don't know the cards. Or it'd be like, should this person be a good business partner with me? I'm like, yeah. When's their birthday? Huh? And then, like, well, is that really important? That's how we're looking, because it's like, folks, that is very important. And we'll get into the specifics later on, right? So just be aware of past traumas, past relationships, and bringing them into the new relationship, because you're literally staying in the past, time traveling. That's horrible. And you got to be healed before stepping into these relationships. Some of y'all are just carrying that stuff like it's heavy ass luggage that you're carrying from sea to sea, right? You're carrying it all over internationally, and you're like, damn, like, let go of the bag. Like, the bag ain't serving you. So, and then it just boils down to like 4 basic things, right? I know I'm like very simplifying this, but it's just to get you just to understand where I'm going with this. Poor communication, poor finances, poor emotional intelligence, poor common sense, and lack of passion. That's what it boils down to, right? You're like, damn, that's it? Brother, there's more to why relationships are failing. That the key word is like poor, right? poor, poor, and poor. It's not good, y'all. Right? So let's dive into this. And feel free to chime in, Miss Yogi. You know me, I'm just trying to get people through tonight.
Yes.
So superficial interactions, y'all. Now we've all been there, right? We are all there, right? Some of y'all know y'all not about to date nobody with janky teeth. That's very but superficial as that may be, it's still part of an attraction, right? So I get it, right? But some of y'all, that is literally the requirement. Good teeth, good shoes, good hygiene. Nothing beyond that, y'all. Oh yeah, and money. So when you see some of these things that checks off the box, you're like, damn, I feel good about this person. Like, and I believe that we can make this work instead of really just knowing. So what do you need to do? You gotta get cosmology involved. You gotta get Mr. Yogi on the phone. Like, yo, I don't know and we're gonna do a cosmology exercise, y'all. So I'm not about to just do all the work for y'all. I'm gonna make y'all. I know y'all like, I'm gonna log off and do that. I'm like, that's okay, y'all. People will previously watch this and they'll do the exercise. So why am I saying all this? Because a lot of y'all are wasting time. You're floating, you're floating, you're floating. You're floating in and out, in and out. And remember, just because what I'm about to say tonight doesn't match up, does not mean it cannot work. It just means it's going to be an uphill climb. I have to say that because I just have to say that. Disclaimer. Okay. So building. Some of y'all are like, oh, it has to follow this exact science, coach. Oh, yeah. Again, just because it doesn't, follow the exact science doesn't mean it can't work. Just means it'll be an uphill climb. But I would always recommend that y'all follow this type of formula, just because you'll see just how it all plays out. And even if you don't see it up front with other people, how come they working? I'm telling you, underline something that's happening that nobody's paying attention to. The equations off balance. So what binds people in relationships? Like what binds people together? Sometimes what binds people is trauma. And that is not healthy. You bonding over trauma. Like, yeah, you got cheated on? Well, I got cheated on. We should hook up and then we'll be together. And because we won't cheat on each other and we'll love each other until somebody better comes along, and then you're like, oh, have mercy. Because you came across somebody who's a mutual Venus or a Mars, you're like, I don't know what this feeling is. And damn, I'm losing my mind, and this is what's happening, y'all. All right. And then you calling us saying, what do I do? I feel like I'm in the wrong relationship, and we're looking at you. We told you. We told you. And we're not trying to be rude about it. We're not, just understand where we're coming from, y'all. Right? You're building intelligence over long periods of time. So remember when we talked about the family units. These people are literally building intelligence over generations. This is why they're killing the game. This is literally why they're killing the game. And nobody else seems to follow what they're doing. They're like, oh, well, do they have to do it that way? Or anyway. So intelligence, I'm telling y'all, intelligence. That's what matters the most. So what's your thoughts on that, Yogi? Before I move on?
I was about to say, they are very strategic, in how they plan the family, even arranging marriages. Like, matter of fact, we could use a family that slipped up. We could use the Kardashian family. They allowed allowed the sister Black China to come in. Now she's walking away with millions. But the other families, they're very strategic in who they allow in the family, who they allow to marry within. So all these things are important. You know what I mean?
Like, okay, this is my last thing. I know, y'all like, damn, coach, why are you so passionate about relationships? Because y'all, I be watching people blow up relationships over foolishness. And it's like they don't see the long term. Like they don't see, they all they see is short term. And there's nothing wrong with if there's something that is not working. That's where the honesty comes in, because some of y'all are suffering in silence. I'll be watching. I'll be like, yeah, you suffering. You literally are complaining to me about your issue with this person that you choose to be in a relationship with, but you stay. And you can't even tell them how you really feel, or you do tell them how you really feel, but they're not doing anything about it.
Right.
And so guess what? You continue to take the assault, the abuse. And it's like, why? If you're going to be with them, and remember, when you have children with somebody, that is it. They're not going nowhere. Like,
Right.
you may be divorced. You may say, yeah, we're divorced. But listen, they're going to be in your life forever, because y'all done created something together. And unless they go to the grave, they're going to be in the life forever, period. End of story, even if y'all separate. You know what I mean? But we don't want y'all to be separated. So we're going to tell you why it's failing. Okay? So let me stay on task. All right. What's some homework? I know you're like, oh, this is what I'm about to tune off. Shaq, March 6th, Shaq's ex-wife. Let me type X, so that there is no confusion. X. Shaq's ex-wife. I know, y'all know. Tell me the birth card, y'all. Y'all remember how to find the birth card? I'm gonna give y'all 1 minute, and I know y'all be like, Coach, I'm not really trying to do homework, and I'm gonna look at you like,
Stop it. Get some help.
If you need help, just say, yo, we need help in the chat. Okay. I'm gonna give y'all 1 minute to figure that out. I know the card, I know the cards, and I know why, at least from my perspective, why it fit, right? And they had a lot of children together. A lot. And there was emotional manipulation that happened at the end that I thought was kind of bogus. Because she basically said, yeah, I never loved that man. I said, wait, you never loved that man? Not even for like 1 year. Not never? Like never. She said, I never. See, when you get into these relationships with people and you don't really know who they are, and they say stuff like that, you've known you've made the wrong decision. Because you spent all that time and they say, I never loved you anyway. Now, not only is that a heart manipulation, but that's just downright cold, right? So that's wicked. So anyway, let me just tell y'all what the answer is, okay? Since y'all, hold on, I'm gonna skip past something. Right. So obviously, if we look at the cards, right, with Shaquille O'Neal's 4 spades, right? 5 of hearts, 10 of diamonds. Makes sense for what has happened to his life, right? Public figure, all this money, very petty. You can see him on Shaq and the Fool. This man is very petty. But he's a hard worker, right? He's not lazy. And he has a 5 of hearts, which makes sense why he has all those children. And plus is still on the hunt for other relationships, casually. While his ex-wife is a 6 of hearts, 8 of clubs, which is, you see why she's talking, all this talking, and Jack of spades. Now, you talking about who's more petty? That's more petty. I never loved you in the beginning anyway. Can you say that? Can you say that? That's just fucked up, right? So why am I saying all this? Well, one, they had a mutual. Oh, okay, we got some people in the chat. Yeah. All right, y'all getting it. I'm proud of you.
Okay.
So, well, hold on. Y'all hit me with something. Is that what she said? She was in love. Yeah. Would that be a relationship with Kevin Hart? Hold on, I'm not sure. I'm not following that question. Ask that question again so I can follow what you're talking about. Why this? So I can tell you, they had a mutual Mercury, right? So they can obviously communicate with each other. They had similar interests, obviously, right, Mr. Yogi? Let me know if I'm tripping.
No, that's right.
And to me, here's where the off balance comes in. She has 8 of clubs, right? And he has a 10 of diamonds. 10 being public, 8 of clubs being more of the refresh my memory on 8 of clubs again.
8 of clubs, more of just rigid thoughts.
Yeah, rigid thought.
Yeah.
Fixed thought, not fluid, right?
Yeah.
You got an off balance equation, in my perspective, because they do have the spade in common. They do have the hearts in common. So that's why they had like 5, 7 children. They was getting on and popping. They was every night. And if it wasn't happening, that's probably why that man stepped out, right? I think that's what he said. He cheated because something probably happened where there was an off balance where she was like, you really don't talk a lot because you be out on the road and, I just would like to communicate more. And obviously I'm making some of the scenarios up, but I'm sure that was somewhere along the lines of like, how come we can't do it this way? Or how come we can't, like there was something fixated in her mind that this is how it should look like. And she probably voiced it and he's like, it's all good. Here's some more money. Right here.
I mean, you know how she voiced it. You always got time to talk on that ESPN show. You ain't never got time to talk to me, though.
Right.
I'm tired.
Oh, that's exactly it, right? Literally. But the thing is that I'm sure at some point that mutual Mercury only carried them so far, right? Because he's probably like, man, this talking. Oh, we be talking like that. Even though I do talk in public. 10 of diamonds, right? But it's because of money. Money is involved, so that's why I'm talking.
Yeah.
Right? If there was no money involved, best believe I would not be talking. But that's where I'm coming at. That's my presentation is that there's an off balance with the equation. One, they don't have a mutual Mars, right? That to me, that's what anchors it. And then they have an off balance with the club with the diamond. So I know you're like, Coach, I was like, just stick with me, y'all. Just stick with me. You do not want to end up in situations where you find out years later that this person never loved you. They start talking about you very badly and almost very disrespectful. And then you got family members hating you. That tarnishes your legacy. That tarnishes the family unit. Instead of y'all building something that's healthy and happy, you're literally just working to work because now you got a person that you used to be with who's literally damaging the family's crest. So hopefully you guys are following me. And feel free to add in your thoughts there, God.
That was on spot. I mean, and this Kojo coined this, and I got to experiment with it. Like, this is a real thing. Like, it's different when you missing an element. It's like you start to notice it. That's why at the beginning when you say like, when you were saying like, oh, but they get it along just fine. It's like, yeah, but you on Curtis. I'm telling you, it's just, and sometimes it may not just be at the extreme. It may not be at the extreme, but it is gonna be there. And sometimes those people make it work. It's probably because some people are aware. Their awareness allows them to communicate that to them. Like, look, I actually got this problem. Look, I actually don't do this. And, it's like that's almost like negating. It's like a good card to throw out in space. Like, look, I don't do this. Bow, negate the energy.
Right.
But it's gonna be there regardless. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly. Like And as much like people, and forgive me. So if I'm offending clubs or diamonds, just know I'm just using it as the example. Imagine a diamond, you dating somebody who has no money sense. You're like, damn, you always broke. And why am I always having to spend money? Because you don't know how to manage your money. You know what? I don't like that. So that's usually how the interaction goes. Or take it for a club. Why are you so dumb? Why are you talking so dumb? Did you do the research before spewing out what just came out of your mouth? No. And or didn't you think enough to just communicate? Just to talk? Oh no, this is literally what's happening. Or you're not savvy enough to come up with something clever that's witty, or anyway, the gift of gab that just hypnotize you. Who, putting people under spells. That's y'all close. Listen, y'all got it, man. I'll be trying to learn from y'all. I'm the ultimate salesperson. So yeah, I mean, you get the point, right? This is what an example. I know you're like, man, it's a celebrity. Some of y'all I've talked to, I know what is wrong, and it shows. So anyway, let me move on, right? So remember this example, right, y'all, or this ship, how it lays out all the different things, right? This is literally what makes up the relationship that you guys need to pay attention to. You guys are all on this unit, and y'all are building dynasties, right? And I'll tell y'all exactly how to do that, right? So courtship is like court. It's exactly what it sounds. It's court. So court has rules, guidelines, and engagements of conduct, right? It's just like court. Can't be just throwing up a motion and you ain't even paid the fee. There's rules. So, and it's nothing like boyfriend and girlfriend, like how we've been accustomed to, like we've seen on TV, like they've sold us on TV that, yeah, this is how your relationship is supposed to look like. It's supposed to look like a fairy tale, and the Prince Charming's gonna come in, save you. Disney doing their weird stuff, selling y'all this thing, telling y'all this is how it looks like. And some of y'all don't even know what it's like to be either be a woman or be a man. Some of y'all are so scared to say what it is because you're afraid of losing what you think you have. If it was meant to be yours, meaning y'all put the commitment, you did the homework, you signed the contract, y'all agreed, the person ain't going nowhere, right? Because you guys are committed to see this to the end. There's a purpose behind why y'all getting together. It's not just for kicks and giggles and just for a good time, not for a long time. This is what some of y'all be doing. I'm here for a good time, not a long time. Like, whew, when I hear that, I'll be like, run away. Run away, y'all. So, okay, let me keep this moving, y'all. So everything begins with the thought, like we talked about. And they transcribe into behavior, which becomes environment, people, places, things. You will have relationships that will shift on the spectrum. People you used to trust, now you like, whoo, they dysfunctional. I don't know if I can trust them. I need to get away from them. People who used to just kind of be dysfunctional, now you really trust them because they've proven their strategic or intelligent loyalty and they're on code. Or you have people who were just collaborative and they move their way to trust, like they're being trusted. So the biggest thing that some of y'all are not really paying attention to is the relationship between yourself. You're like, but isn't that individualism? No. The reason why that's important is because if you treat yourself piss poor, best believe you about to treat others like piss poor. You're like, no, that's not true. I sometimes be thinking about others and stuff like that. That's still treating yourself piss poor because you're not taking care of yourself because you're thinking of other people. Boom. Checkmate. Some of y'all like, oh
Oh my God! Wow!
That's the side of y'all. You're like, damn, I didn't even think of that. Nah, I'm just, I'm trying to make this fun, y'all. So it is important to understand that the most important relationship is with yourself. Then your relationship with other people and how you're going to manage that, how you're going to navigate. You're like, damn, but do I have to know what their book of them says and all this? Yes, you would want to know and not go in blindly. You about to do a business transaction with somebody for $1 million, and then you lost it all because they were over here embezzling money.
Right.
You're like, damn, where did I go wrong? Right, Mr. Yogi?
Right. Where did you go wrong? Like, yo, son was a jack of clubs. He was a slick talker. He sold you on the contract. That ain't good.
Right, he took the money and ran after he done hypnotized you. He said, yeah, and it ran. So this is what you got to understand, right? So I'm not, not trying to belittle the situation, but this is how you have to interact with people. And this is why relationships are failing all across the board, even with your siblings. Some of y'all can't even be honest with your siblings. You're like, no what? Honestly, you're being too needy. I need my space. I need to be isolated, because I'm a spade and I just need to work for a little bit and then I'll come back to you. Can you respect that space a little bit so I can focus and do the work and then come back to you? Like some of y'all can't even communicate what is really on your heart of hearts. And this is what I'm trying to get y'all to really follow me. Is really just to being honest. So relationships, you're like, hurry up, Kojo. Yes, I'm hurrying it. So some of y'all can't y'all like, okay, I like you. I think you're attractive. Cards seem to make sense. Even before we did the cards, because we kind of did that 6 months into it, but good thing it makes sense. Because yeah, that's okay. So, but some of y'all can't even be honest. So when the woman hits you with, so do you want to be monogamous or polygamous? And you're like, this is how some of y'all are thinking. You're like, You get to wondering, you're like, I think I'm about to be busted. Pack your bags while you at it. Pack your bags. And then you're like, I can't tell her that I want to explore that because we really just been talking for 6 months and it's really good. And I'm monogamous. And this is how y'all, and some of y'all are 3 of hearts, and y'all really are not being honest. 3 of hearts, and you talking about monogamous. You in trouble. Because your eyes are about to be wandering. And you're like, damn, I don't know why I'm wandering. It's because you're 3 of hearts. Right? That's where we're getting at. Being honest. Being honest with yourself. So understand why you're getting into the relationship with the person. What is the purpose? What is the intent? Do you understand the cards? And then can you answer the most basic question? Because some of y'all would be surprised. If you're doing it for a specific purpose of why you're having a sister wife, and the lady that you're courting can be like, yeah, I'm actually open to that. And it's not even for no crazy situation. Like, I don't mind having a sister because I've never actually had a sister. I was raised by all brothers. So boom, so that's like, you don't know, but if that's not something that you really are you don't want to do, you just want to be monogamous, it's okay. There's nothing wrong. Some of y'all are pressured to be polygamous because the girl's like, yeah, I'm actually, I want a sister wife so we can do some freaky things and all those things in between. And you're like, that makes me kind of uncomfortable. You're like, you said you want to do some freaky things because you're like, huh? You want to have that? You want to do freaky things?
Nasty bitch.
I'm thinking in y'all's mind. So just being honest up front. Yeah, I know you're like, man, Kojo, you dream is like a comedy show. I know. Let's get into the real things, the meat and potatoes, y'all. Some of y'all are seeing red flags from the beginning, even if the equation makes sense. Some of y'all are seeing some red flags that you're ignoring from the jump. You're like, okay, the equation makes sense, and da da da. And let's say that the person is a king of hearts. You're like, damn, they emotionally manipulating me right now, and I'm an ace of hearts. Like every time they make me feel away, and I don't like that shit. And it's almost like they're doing this on purpose to get me to be a sucker for something. I don't like that. So you could stay in that, or you could tell them to like, hey, listen, I notice what you're doing.
Stop it. Get some help.
Stop it first. It's okay that we can be passionate towards each other. We can be affectionate towards each other. But what you're not going to do is manipulate me to feel a way because you want me to do something. Like that's not right, right? Everything has to be balanced. Peace, family. I know you're on the IG stuff. Go to YouTube if you want to see the slides. So that's an example. Or some of y'all are like missing the green flag. You like, damn, they have it together. This person has it together. They ain't got no trauma that they dealing with, and they ain't got no debt. This is to the diamonds, and they ain't got no crazy baby mama. That's to the hearts, and they not just weeping all the time. They can keep their emotions in check. Clubs, they be like, damn, they know how to communicate, and their words be whispering sweet nothings to make me hypnotized and stuff like that. Listen, checks all the boxes. And some of y'all like, you know what? They look kind of funny.
They do that though. They do. Must be a trap. Go back to the streets.
Right. And it's like, wait, hey, yo, my sis, yo. Okay, so these are things that y'all should be paying attention to. Like, we're not trying to like make y'all stay on it forever because we want y'all to ask y'all questions. Hopefully you're following. All right. So why am I saying this? Because you guys are not asking the questions. You are not asking the right questions. What should a woman be looking for in a man? Damn, can he dress well? Does he smell nice? What is his birthday? Does he know how to manage finances? Does he have his shit together? Does he have any children that I need to be aware of? Does he have any secret lives that I need to be aware of? So I can make an informed decision. Does he condone immoral behavior? Meaning, like, if you wanted to be freaky, and he's like,
nasty bitch.
You don't want that because, like if a heart wants to be with another heart, you don't want somebody judging you for being nasty. Really, that's your space of energy. You like being affectionate. So anyway, is he in good health? Does he have, is he in shape? Because if he ain't in shape, you're gonna have problems. You're gonna have some big ass dude or big ass girl laying on you, and you're like, I can't breathe. And then you're like, why can't this work, Kojo? Why can't this work, Minister Yogi? And we're looking at you like this. Or why it can't work.
It's crazy you mentioned that too, because I literally just seen a sister go through a breakup just because of that. She started to grow weight, started to get up there, started to lose herself. Brother got on, he split. Like, yo, that happens.
Like, people, like, listen, I'm telling you, these are all things that are important. Is the man educated? Is he financially resourceful? Can he be responsible? Does he study his culture? Does he follow family tradition? Keyword family tradition, which is why I talk about the family unit versus individualism. If he's only thinking about what can I get out of this deal, you have the wrong person and you need to run away because you're going to be in trouble. So, and then, the simple thing that we keep harping on, is it compatible with your indigenous cosmology chart? Some of y'all have not even looked at y'all's book of you, and we just be like, please just look at it. You be like, but is it required? Yes. Yes, it's required. God damn. because I'm not frustrated. I want y'all to really understand the importance of the family unit. It's so important. Like, so important. Anyway, so you're like, well, what about the men are like, well, what should we look for in a woman? Okay, fellas, do they have a good relationship with their mother? Some women do not have a good relationship with their mother. And you're like, but
You don't know, baby D. You don't know. That's why you looking at me, because you don't know, baby D.
just because she ain't got no good relationship with her mom doesn't mean she ain't gonna be a good mom. You'd be surprised. Carry that same energy on to the next generation, therefore creating a generational curse. Right?
Yep.
Same requirement sets as the men. Is she in good physical condition? Some of y'all are just taking anything. You're like, oh man, she a little thick. We're looking at like what? Hold on. Let me get distracted for a little bit. Let me show y'all what I be hearing from people that be like, yeah, she's slim, she a little thick, Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Let me just use one of this. Yeah, I think this is a good example. Okay. All right. Let me share this screen for y'all just to make sure we're on the same page. I'm gonna stop sharing that. All right, let me share this screen. Here it is. Y'all know who this is, right? Y'all know who this is, y'all.
I'm about to say you still got the dog picture up.
Oh, I do? Oh, Lord.
Yeah.
Let me take that down. Y'all know who this is, right? Some of y'all be taking these deals. And then, you be like, damn, what about the brothers? All right. Pull up this. Yep, this is some of the deals y'all be taking right here. Right? So it's just me trying to communicate a point that, like, listen, this stuff is important. I know y'all be like, but why does that matter? Because if they cannot take care of themselves bare minimally, how are they going to take care of you? Bare minimum.
And they hurting you because that's going to affect your health. You exchanging sexual fluids with them, that's going to affect your health right away.
Bingo. And that's the point. So, and then are y'all gonna plan and educate the children? Like, what's the plan? Like, does she want to be a mother? Some people don't need to be parents, right? It's okay. But these are things you want to ask, right? If you want to create strong family units that actually do something, that actually make an impact, that actually pierce through what is actually happening today in 2024, you want to ask these type of questions. We're beyond the time of like casually dating, having fun, having a good time. Folks, things are weird. You can't be out here just willy-nilly dating anybody. Some people, you'll find out they've done crack. And you're like, damn, you did crack? And they'll just say it very casually. They'll be like, yeah, I tried crack, heroin. All that.
Huh?
Ain't no way. So this is what I know y'all like damn culture. And then basically the cosmology. Does it make sense? Right? Does she have a value system that's the same as natural law, concept of family and village? I'm telling you, family, village. Is all this is gonna make sense, right? So just stick with us. Okay. All right. Questions that women should be asking men. Hey, do you know how to defend the family if we get into some deep shit? And he's like,
huh?
I don't know what you're talking about. Marshall, what? Fire, what? Sister, we in trouble. We got to get out of Dodge. Ask what's the vision. Some men, you want to lead the house. I'll be hearing some of y'all's relationship. Y'all like, yeah, She don't trust me to lead. She don't want to give me the authority. And you're like, and we ask, okay, so what is the vision? And then we'll say, okay, well, what do you do? And you're like, huh, I never thought about it. That's why she's not. She doesn't trust you enough. You're not even in that spectrum of trust, because she can't trust you to actually lead the household, because you guys are struggling. You know, you can't do the responsibilities you're supposed to be doing. So anyway, you know, what is the relationship between each person's household, like their father and their mother? Is it healthy? Is it not healthy? You know, what are your career goals? Some of y'all are not asking some of these questions that are so important. It's just like, damn, man, like it's not that hard. But I know it feels good once you're in a relationship that is, you know, nice and it seems like superficial. But really, when shit hits the fan, you'll find out if they really down for you, right?
Thanks.
Questions that people should be aware. And again, this goes into the cards and everything. But have they been in a violent encounter? Some of you are dating somebody that has murdered somebody. Now, you can be cool with that. I mean, there's nothing wrong with that, but you just need to be aware. Some of y'all going into relationships blind. You're not even asking questions. Do they participate in different arts? You know, are they jealous of anybody? And how do they handle jealousy? You know, like.
No, that's real. That's facts. Yeah, I just keyed his car, killed his dog. That's all. That's it. Oh.
Like you just eat it, huh?
Oh,
Lord. Not cute car.
What's that movie, Acrimony, I think?
Which one?
I think it's a movie. I think it's called Acrimony or something. I forgot.
Acrimony. Who's in it?
Taraji.
Oh yeah.
Taraji P. Henderson.
Yeah. I remember.
Yeah. Like you need to know. I'm just missing the movie because you need to know people's background. Like you never, you know what I'm saying? I mean, she was wrong, but it's like you know the capabilities she's willing to go to now. Like
right.
You know?
And people will take it there. People will take it there, and they'll test if you really gangster. Some of y'all are not even anyway. Like you want to know who's the real gangster? People who can sign a contract and actually uphold the agreement. Whoops. Some of y'all is even scared to even talk about marriage contract. And you know we have that. We have that in Arna. Go to the website, get it, template it, all that stuff. We're not even scared to mention that in y'all's relationship. You're like, well, we found out later about Arna and da. And now we're just kind of set in our ways. Okay, just because you're set in your ways does not mean you cannot evolve and adapt. Right? This is how you're gonna level up the family unit, where people are taking care of themselves, people are actually starting healthy families. You know, just because there's something you didn't know doesn't mean you can't pass it on to the next generation so that they don't make the same mistakes that you made. Really. So this is how the Bushes, the Trumps, the DuPonts, the JP Morgans, this is why they're literally winning.
Facts.
They may use astrology, but we got something that's way better than that.
Facts.
And so that's why I wish I understand. Like, okay, you're like, oh, hurry up. Like, I'm ready to go to bed. Questions like this, like, do y'all cheat? Do you cheat? You know, that could be that's a heart discussion. Like some hearts just they literally need that desire of intimacy every day. And some of y'all don't even know that. Some hearts are in denial. They're like, you know, I don't really like it like that. Until you meet somebody else that like brings it out of you. You're like, oh, I didn't realize how much I liked it. So anyway, I know this is a family show, so I won't spend too much time. But remember, STDs, very important. Ask that question. Some of y'all don't even know. What school, institutions, education, different fields of study, these are things that you need to be asking. Okay? And then obviously the spirituality question. Because some of y'all might be dating somebody who's like, yeah, you know, Jesus Christ is our savior, and I go to church every Sunday on Mount St. Rushmore and stuff like that. And you're like, You say you go to church and you a Christian? Uh-oh. That's how y'all looking. Y'all like, uh-oh. And then some of y'all like, you know what? I don't believe in God. And you really are like, really? Really? Y'all in trouble if that's the case, right? So y'all need to like, this is like, yeah, but this takes forever, Coach. Stick with me, y'all. So here's some of the real key points I'm telling y'all. Why the relationships are failing. Badly. Lack of respect, lack of commitment. Lack of respect, lack of commitment. Some of y'all are making secret arrangements or secret agreements that the other person has no idea you are making them. Because if you told them the secret agreements, they'd be like, hold on, I don't agree to that. The intent of the relationship. Why are y'all even together? Inappropriate behavior. Some of y'all do not know how to behave towards each other, husband and wife. Etiquette training. Some of y'all need etiquette training. Some of y'all be talking to each other so crazy. Blows my mind when I be sitting on the phone. I'm like, damn, is that how you talk to your husband? Yeah, like, damn, that's how you talk to your wife. Y'all need training. Rites and passages. Go read it. Okay, go read it. That's what you do for etiquette behavior. Read it, and then just lack of honesty, y'all, to yourself and other people. Showing your true self and really being your true self. Your book of you. Actually, just saying, you know what? Before we get started, before you decide whether we want to court each other, here's my book. And they're like, wait, your book? Yeah, this is things that you should know, you should be aware of about me. And if you don't like it, it's okay. Let me know up front. No hard feelings. That's literally how it works, because it should be a purpose. Because you're like, listen, you're attractive. I think you're really doing well for yourself. I think we can really do some things together, starting families that are healthy, positive, that can actually make impact on this world. And I would like for you to engage in that venture with me. Some of y'all don't even want to talk like that. Y'all like, it's all about love, y'all. Kojo, yo, it's about love. And we're like,
Stop it. Get some help.
folks, yes, that's important, but like really what's really, really important is what is the intent? Yeah, some of y'all, you know what's worse is some of y'all taking raw deals. 360 deals that are not favorable to you at all.
Right.
360 deals. Some of y'all like, yeah, but I got the nice lifestyle and da-da-da-da, but I can't go nowhere. I'm a whole prisoner. Oh. And then you're with somebody who's not aware of their own assignment. Like they haven't created what their purpose was. And then you're dealing with people who don't understand what their role is. They don't know how to be a husband. They don't know how to be a wife. They don't know how to be a sister. They don't know how to be a brother. They don't know how to be, a good business partner. Like these are things that you should be asking. Like these are things you want to know. Like I'd rather deal with somebody who is like, yo, there's a high chance that I'm going to say something negative about you, Kojo. I'm like, good to know. Good to know. Versus somebody who's telling me, oh, no, I'll never say anything bad about you, Kojo. You're the greatest. I'm very concerned when I hear that. I'm like, what? You're not what? Oh, no. I'm concerned. So these are the real big things that I keep telling people that like really feel free to chime in, Miss Yogi. These points.
You made some great points. I was gonna go heavy on that, just knowing what the intent of the relationship is, because people really don't be knowing the intention of why they're together. Oh, you made me laugh. She made me laugh. I'm like, all right, well, happy when the jokes go away. What y'all gonna like, yo, she's saying this same corny joke. I'm tired of hearing that goddamn joke. So just having like everything Chief Minister Kojo went over, it just builds everything. Like It builds the honesty, the family unit, and just the hobbies too. That way y'all able, like that one point where he's like, what do you study? What is your field of study? Like, that's important because in a relationship, I mean, especially if they got a club, like they gonna talk. So if you ain't asking what they feel, you don't know nothing. You ain't asked nothing that you know something about them. That is like, and then you just, yeah, how's the weather? You know what I'm saying? You heard about that?
How's the weather? Literally, that's true. That's very true. The intent, the intent, the intent. Y'all, man, hold on. First of all, let me just see some of the things y'all saying in the chat. Y'all tripping up in the chat. Pray to Sky Daddy. You sure right. Some people be praying to Sky Daddy. They be like, Sky Daddy, please send me a sign. Anything. They be literally looking at the heavens like this. And we like, what is going on? So you're saying, what is your book? What is your book? You're sharing your journal. Okay, so I know I said the book of you, but it's like metaphorically, but it's actually, how do I explain this? It's very metaphorically, but it's basically your cosmology, right? So if you understand that your cosmology lays out your psychological profiles, it lays out your core functions of you as a person and how the world sees you, you'll really understand your book of you. And again, there's the vertical, there's the horizontal, and then you have the 3 core magnetic cards, right? These are things, or sometimes there's more than that because people's birthdays and stuff like that. But I understand what we're referring to. All that, and then you got the birth chart, right? All these things make up the book of you. And some of y'all haven't even read it. Some of y'all will go as far as like, oh, okay, I got my birth card, so I think I know everything about me. That's only one aspect.
Okay.
That's important because that's literally the sun. And I'm like, okay, but you don't understand what really activates the whole system in your whole universe.
All right. No, that's facts. People are just like, yo, you literally got like 7 planets, then 4 other aspects, and it's like, okay, you like, it's good to know your book of you and the other person's book of, their book too, because it's like, you got this person like you, this super isolated, I don't party much type of person. This other person's a king of clubs, Gemini, and it's like, yo, they want to socialize. They trying to go out.
Right.
But because you ain't know, now let's say the scenario is, okay, you don't know your book of you, but they know theirs. So they know they need to socialize, but you don't know that they need to socialize. And you don't know your purpose, so now you create this jealousy.
That's true.
That
is spot on what you just said, because I remember somebody that I was courting in the past that, so I would like to dap people and give them hugs and stuff like that. She was like, why are you hugging them? I'm like, hold on, like I hug everybody, you know what I mean? And she's like, nah, I don't like that. I'm like, again, this is before doing the book of you analysis, right? This was like, we're talking about years ago, y'all. We're talking about like 10 plus years. So I'm not that retarded. So, but when I think about it now, I'm like, oh wow, like that person was not a non-heart, so they really didn't understand where I was coming from. I'm like, yeah, I'm always showing love to people, you know what I mean? Dapping them up, give them a hug, blah blah blah, all that stuff. Like, it's not a big deal. Like, or I'm high fiving them, dapping them up. Like, these are different forms of exchange of love, right? That some people don't get it. So if somebody who is jealous of that type of thing that you weren't aware of, then that's going to be a problem, because that's like, man, but that's me. So things to be aware of, right? So you say, I know what my book is. When you tell them you have a book, they think you're talking about, oh, well, you don't have to say you're a book of you until until they actually, like, you guys are like you guys have laid out the contract. You guys are like, okay, we're talking. We're really committed to this, and we've signed the agreement. right? Then you can talking about the book you read, but like you should really be talking about cosmology. You know, that's what's really going to people understand that aspect. They're like, oh, cosmology, is that like astrology? And then they're like, yeah, kind of, but not really. People will get that. You know, that's you gotta kind of sometimes meet where people are at to get them to understand what you're communicating, right? So, speaking of cosmology, right? Y'all should be familiar with this. This is nature's book, y'all. So when Minister Yogi was breaking down with the hot, cold, wet, dry environments, like these are things that are very important. The polarities, the actual elements that correspond, like these are all the masculine, the feminine. These are all things that work together, and at the center of it all begins with the thought, like we talked about. Some of y'all be in relationships, and it could be with people who are friends, family, loved ones, and your thoughts about them are literally radiating through your body, and you think you're holding them as a secret, but people are very aware of what's going on. Some people who are aware, and some people are not, right? So just be aware of that. Keep that in mind. Oh man. Okay. So why am I saying this? So we really need y'all to make sure that you are finding your birth card. You're finding other people's birth card that you're dealing with, that you're interacting with. Very, very important. Because listen, you ever been with somebody that you're like, damn, we just not clicking. Like it's a very difficult battle. Every day it's a battle in this house. Or every day is a battle every time we meet up. Like I just want to have a nice evening. Can't even do that. And it's because probably like the cards don't make sense. Like your relationships, even if they don't work out, should always be able to where the person is like, yo, I still always got love for you, even if it just didn't work out, because it's not something that's like girlfriend and boyfriend. Like it's something that's very mature when you're courting. They always got love for you, regardless if it doesn't work out. In the sense of like, okay, but when you're actually married and committed, like you're actually committed.
Right.
Y'all ain't going nowhere. And if you did it right, cards make sense. You do the equation. I know you're like, Kojo, that equation. I know. Just, I'm telling y'all. Some of y'all are like, well, what about this person? Their relationship is on and popping. I'm like, folks, there's always something underlying that's happening. I promise you, like, everybody who knows that, you know, me and Minister Yogi, we do not have clubs by nature, right? So if y'all are talking, we are going to do our best to follow. But at one point, we're going to say, okay, I think we've had enough for the night. We had enough for the night. Even though we can absorb the info, like because we got that spade energy. Sometimes y'all be catching us slipping. Like, wait, hold on. Let me fact check you real quick. You like, oh. So, but what I'm saying is that sometimes I know y'all like Coach. Know the elements that you have naturally. You have all of them, but some of them are more dominant. That's the core stuff. Know that. Make sure it's balanced. And then have the anchoring, the mutual Mars. I promise you. You'll find out that is a different equation when I'm just throwing out there. You know, they'll be like, well, I did that, Coach Joe. And I'm like, wait, well, let me see the equation first. Did you do it? Did you balance it? You know how you got to balance the equation? Anyway, imagine somebody who's all spades talking to somebody who's all hearts. Do you know what's about to happen? They're gonna look at that person like they lazy, and they'll be like, "Why are you so emotional? Like I'm passionate. Like that's the emotions. I'm passionate, and you always boo-hooing. And why are you not working like hard like me? Like how come you don't know what I know? Like this is what's happening. This is what's gonna happen naturally. And it's gonna be conflicted, literally. They're like, nah, that's not gonna happen, Kojo. Yes, it will. I'm telling you, it will. You were like, but my mom and dad, they made it work. I'm telling you, different time. Different time. Even though the social engineering was also happening a little bit differently back then, but it was like through older technology. But during that time period, there was
Right.
the third industrial revolution, and most people are like, look, man, we ain't about to go nowhere, man. Like, we about to just stick it out. Now, some people divorced that were like in their 70s and they regret it. Like, damn it, I should have stayed. Because now I'm in the street. Ain't nobody gonna want no 70-year-old. Now, there'll be somebody who'll take it, but you don't want to anyway. So I won't go there. So you hopefully you follow what I'm saying. And then obviously this is how you find your planetary number. I just, get with Mr. Yogi or me. We can show you. Okay. Here's the last part of why your relationships are failing. You're like, Coach Yogi, hurry up. It's 9 o'clock. All right, y'all. This is what's happening naturally. Whether what element you're doing. Either you hearts are drowning people with y'all's emotions. You clubs are blowing people away with all your knowledge. Diamonds, you are burying people with all the money you got. And spades, you're so passionate that you be burning people to smithereens. Right? So you want to focus on the harmonious aspect of these things. Right? So instead of passionately burning people away by being petty, just be passionate. Be passionate and work hard. Instead of burying people and trying to drown them with all the money you got, and flexing on them, just be resourceful and be a person of value. Be somebody who's balanced and giving, and if it makes sense, Instead of drowning people with all your emotions of caring and boo-hooing, be flexible and flow. Right? Have control of your emotions. And in clubs, we know you know a lot. We know you study. We know you need to be active communicating. So instead of holding on to the knowledge that you know, communicate it, share it. Don't just be talking to be talking. We don't want that. Okay? That's what it means by being blown away, because you talking to just be talking. They're like, what are we talking about at this point? You ever seen two clubs talk? They're not even communicating. I've watched it. They're literally blowing a gust of wind at each other. They're like, yeah. And then they're like, yeah, what did you just say? I don't recall. Anyway, so hopefully y'all follow what I'm saying. Negotiation. I know you're like, wait, you have to negotiate in relationships? Some of y'all, you guys are bad at this. You're not even negotiating properly. Some of y'all are like, okay, I want children, but I just don't want them now. But instead, you're like, okay, well, since this person says that they're on a time crunch, I guess I have to take the deal. Like, they have to have children now, even though I said I wasn't ready because I have to get stuff together. Look, this is the raw deal that you're taking. You're not even negotiating, saying, look, we're not ready yet. Let's figure this out. Let me plan it together, put it together. And she's like, no, I need it today, this year, and that's a wrap. I've heard some of y'all's combos. Not healthy. Some of y'all have no teamwork. Y'all don't know how to work together. Y'all doing that individualism again. Y'all like, why do I need this person again? Again, you with the wrong person if you're talking like that. Because they really should be somebody who compliments you, right? That's somebody that is like, oh man, like all I need is them, and I can't live without it because I be. This is how y'all be talking. Y'all be like, we're like, wait, y'all, I get that, but like, y'all really should be cohesively working together, right? This is how y'all gonna dominate. This is literally the secret. The secret that they talk about and blah, blah, blah. This is literally the secret to family relationships, family units, tribes, clans, all that stuff. Teamwork. Plan, execute, honesty, creativity, having fun, having a good time, emotional intelligence, honesty. Some of y'all are not even honest with yourself, and you're not even being yourself. You're being a whole chameleon and being somebody else. So therefore, you don't even know who you are. You're like, oh, Lord have mercy. Anyway, let me keep it moving, y'all. I know y'all like, man, it's late, Coach. Y'all. So, lastly, y'all, I know you're like, whoo, finally. Building actual working healthy relationships. Not something that's toxic, not something that's unhealthy, not something that's draining. Build up people who you want to receive either emotional support, wisdom, value, or passion. Set the example. Work together. Be accountable to yourself and other people who you are committed to, and be able to solve problems and resolve conflicts. You got to be really take the approach of stepping back and like observing the whole picture. Some of y'all are thinking short term, and so you'll step into the situation because either you're lonely, you're needy, or you're like, look, I just need to get a quick nut in, or whatever the case is. I know this is a family show, but sometimes that's why y'all even into the relationship. You're like, yeah, it's been a dry desert. The Sierra Desert's been taking over. Like, I ain't got nothing in a long time. Y'all enter anything. It's raw deal. Don't do that, right? Communicate honestly and directly, right? If there's something that that's in your heart of hearts, communicate it. Some of y'all are in relationships, and I'm not telling y'all like, yeah, I'm about to just fuck it, not be in this relationship because they said something that offended me. No. Communicate what was the issue.
Right.
And I know some of y'all are like, well, I'm in a relationship that's like, anyway, y'all get what I'm saying. So focus on these things. Don't do these things, blowing people away, drowning people, burying them, or burning them. And then we're going to open the flow for y'all, right? We're going to open the flow for y'all. We're going to open the flow for Mr. Yogi as well. See if he has any other thoughts. But lastly, get this stuff done, y'all. Shit is getting weird out here. If y'all's paperwork ain't in order, I promise y'all gonna be in trouble. Get y'all's health in order. Y'all gonna be really in trouble whenever they start putting out these new vaccines that are self-amplifying. Which some of y'all really should read. Those who got that book, read it. Read that white paper because it's for real. This is not a game what they're doing.
That was crazy when I read it.
It's crazy. It's crazy. So anyway, we're gonna open the flow for questions. Y'all jump on the call. We're gonna put the link in the chat. I'm gonna let Yogi talk if he wants to talk. Yeah, the flow is you guys. So
yes, sir. Nah, this is great. I mean, every point that we all needed to hear, like just like, because everybody knows. If I don't know, we got a sample family contract on our indigenous government website, honorgovernment.org. And like when you read the contract promotes. It really promotes fun. Like when I read it, it was like, you know what I mean? Like, of course, the family's gonna come and they're gonna amend some things. They're gonna put some of their own thoughts into the contract. But the overall sample of the contract, it was like, it's the contract to me. It was teaching you like how to have actual fun, like, but respectful. Respect and with honesty. Because everything that Chief Kojo described in his lecture today was like, what is their field of study? Like what do they do? What do they do for hobbies? Like creative work? Are you just watching Love and Hip Hop all day? Okay, we got a problem.
Right.
We got a problem. And so like it's just really trying to build up and just match like that formula is serious. I'm put it that way. Formula is serious. Like I ain't really when he brought it to me, I was like, it was crazy. I had to start thinking back. I was like, oh, that's why. That's why I'm a diamond. That person's a gloves, but I always talk a lot. Get it to I get into my thinking mode, like so. But no, it was great. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir. And I think I know I always make this disclaimer. Just because it doesn't follow the format doesn't mean it can't work. Just because it just means it just be an uphill climb doesn't mean it can't work. Just understand that. And I understand some of y'all. This is what y'all have, and that's cool. I'm talking about those who are not in courting situations. you would want to follow this kind of template. Because I promise you, like, you don't have to be guessing and freestyling into relationships. You don't have to. You don't have to be free flow.
Right.
Some of y'all be like, yeah, I mean, like, but ain't nobody else out there because everybody vaccinated, everybody got the jab and stuff. No, there's somebody out there who's smart just like you
Yep.
that does qualify and actually balances out the equation. Now, yes, I'm saying this so confidently because it's like, folks, I've watched it. I've watched all of it go down, whether it be celebrity in house, personally, other people. I've been observing, and I see the same issue. Either something is not balanced, meaning the elements are not all present, or the anchoring thing that anchors everything together is not there. It's one or the other. Sometimes both. Some of y'all are like dealing with people who are very much financially driven, and you can't understand why they always ask you about finances. Well, folks, that's all. They're a diamond. They want to know what is the value of why we even dealing with each other right now.
That's facts. I will ask you, like, idea, like, let's get it popping. Like. And that's the thing too, like with the elements, like even like with the person's sun card, because everything revolves around the sun. Nigga, person got a diamond, the other person got a club. The diamond might try to, I'm gonna drive the conversation more towards, creativity. Not saying the clubs are not creative, but I just mean like more on the source. Just like Coach was saying, like financial driven. Like, okay, how can we build wealth? How can we, pipeline this? How can we, create this idea that you can't kill? You know what I mean?
That's it. Yeah, I mean, y'all nationals get it, right? Honesty, loyalty, respect, along with knowing them cards. Brother, you a whole cosmologist. So right? So and then sis was like, when doing a business contract like a partnership, a reading would be good right before. Yes, because you're gonna be okay. I'll give you an example. You being diamond driven, value driven, you have a spade energy, and then you have a heart energy. Let's just say. So you like, you describe me, you coach. Maybe I am, maybe I'm not. You deal with somebody who has no financial sense, nor common sense either. They're like, everybody's good, right? We can just do this transaction with this person because they said that they had a good investment that we can invest in that's going to make us a lot of money, blah, 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 blah. Hey, here I am looking at you like, talking about? No, people are snakes sometimes. Trust people for who they are when they show you the first time. That's who they are. And some people are just the pool is very open, no boundaries. So, the person's maybe not business savvy, so they don't understand the value of what is actually happening and why you guys are entering into partnership. So they may not be a good fit. It doesn't take from them being a good person, right? But when we talk about business is business. Just like family's a business. I know y'all like, don't say family's a business. Well, what does this say? They look like they ain't good business. This person is old, right? White hair and all. There's 3 generations happening right now, and I think there's a 4th generation with the Bushes. The same thing with the Rothschilds and J.P. Morgans, the DuPonts, the Bushes, the Rothschilds, Rockefellers. This is multi-layered generations that are taking place. Trust fund babies are already set up. They already got billions and millions in the bank already. They already got industries lined up. They already got positions before they're even 18. Because they already got the education. They're just now going, they're like, go to Harvard, We already know somebody there that'll take care of you, even if you don't do well. We already have a position for you. The main thing is just the connections, blah, 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 go through the rigmarole and all this. Literally.
Right.
I keep harping on this, not because it's like, oh yeah, you know, like that. This is like literally, this is who's running the world. Your food is impacted, your money's impacted, your energy, oil and gas, as far as like your heating, cooling, your house, gas, all that's impacted. Guess what? Your education system's impacted. That's why some of y'all don't want to send your children to public school. Because they're training y'all how to not be, they're basically training y'all how to be slaves, right? We all got that indoctrination at public school, those who went through public school. But they didn't. They have their own privatized education that they put their children through. See, this is what I'm saying. Like, this is who's running the show. And we have to move like they move. They don't even be announcing the shit that they be doing. Some of y'all, have y'all seen other Roth's children, what they look like? You don't even know who they look like. Hell, one of them just passed away. And that's because we caught him on, somebody caught him on video asking him a question. But otherwise, you don't even know who all in that family, other than Wikipedia. And even then, you don't know what they look like. So that's what I'm saying. Like, okay, let me not get too distracted. Oh, what up? So yeah, family business, car work. No, I'm serious though. This is how these families move. You better believe if somebody's not on point, they're gonna follow lawsuit. They're like, against your own family member? Yes, they will. And it'll be internal too, so that nobody knows what's happening. That's how you settle things. Internal, so that nobody knows what the hell's going on.
Yep.
You better believe they got issues in this household. Weapons of mass destruction? You better believe there's shit going on in that house. DuPont for all the fucking chemicals and stuff that they had, the massive lawsuit that was public. You better believe there's problems. You know the Rockefellers and the Rothschilds, they got problems in that household. So understand what we're saying. And if y'all want to have an actual detailed question, y'all can come in the chat, y'all. Phil, don't be bashful. We'll answer the questions to see, you know, if somebody. Okay, I'll give y'all an example and I'll stop talking. A person who was interested in nationalization within ARNA was asking me, like, yeah, you know, I've been dating this girl, you know, I think we cool, and then I'm like, oh, okay. So you said you're into astrology, right? And he said, yeah. You know, I said, you ever heard of cosmology? He was like, cosmology? He was like, huh? It was, I don't know what that is. And then I told him his cards, which was like all spades and a diamond. Yeah, all spades and a diamond. I can't remember specifically, but all spades and a diamond. And the person that he was courting, that they just moved in together and signed a lease. Oof, you already know. Club, diamond, and heart. Off balance already. He's like, what you mean, bro? Like, I was like, I bet she talks to you a lot that you be like, He's like, yeah, you know, but that's not really a whole big deal. I said, but she be spending that money like there's no tomorrow, right? Since you were all spades. I'm pretty sure he's all spades, like if I remember correctly. You know, matter of fact, let me not freestyle. You be like, Kojo, you freestyle on the waves. I know. Let me just see. I knew I should have trusted my intuition. He's all spades, y'all. That's literally an example of all spades. I said, she be spending money like there's no tomorrow, huh? He was like, yeah, she do. And I'd be like, And I bet y'all be having disagreements of how that's supposed to be done, because you really about the knowledge and the, you know, all the things that are like abstract. And he's like, yeah. He was like, how did you know? He was just like, oh my God. And you describing our relationship. I said, I know what's happening. And I said, now this choice is yours. Don't let me force you into doing anything. But I can tell you that you are going to continue to have an uphill climb, because she's going to be spending. She likes the nice things of value that are valuable in Caesar's world. And you're more focused on the long game, where she ain't got a spade in her body. All she worried about is the money, the relationship look, and then talking. Gift the gap, right? And you better listen because if you're not listening, she gonna know you're not listening. So he was like, damn. He said, we just moved in though. And I said, anyway, I'm like, I can't tell you what to do, but here's what you need to know. I say you should really look at this information. I think you really would be a good fit for cosmology. The choice is yours, brother. If you have any questions about nationality, feel free to reach out. The consultation is over, sir. And he was just like, damn. Hold on, let me get y'all in the chat. They be going through stuff like yeah, they be going through stuff than the average. Yeah. Then who they think? Yeah, I mean, listen. I'm gonna say this one more time. Just because the equation doesn't match up doesn't mean that it can't work. It just be an uphill climb, right? I gotta make that disclaimer. But here's why it's not going to work from my perspective. This brother is thinking long term, thinking higher level. He all spade. He said her ass is lazy. I said, oh, I bet she just be spinning and be lazy, right? He's like, yeah, and she just be talking. I'll be like, man, I'm just trying to go sleep. I got a long day tomorrow. And she'd be spending money and she'd be crying, right? He'd be like, yeah, that's so superficial how you just describe the cards, Coach. Trust me, if I remember the cards specifically for her, I could tell you what was happening. But like I said, the brother itself was all spades. He's literally jack of spades, eight of spades. I said, brother, the reason why you interested in Arna is because you got an eight of spades on you, trying to activate that governmental work. You want to leave a legacy behind. I hear it, and you work hard. He said, you trying to make a name for yourself that your father can look at and be proud of. I said, I hear the jack of spade energy, the creative entrepreneurship.
Yeah.
And, but I said, but the other person that you're courting, they're not on the same page as you. Now, it is up to you to express that. Literally, it's up to you to express that. If you don't express that, brother, that's on you. Ain't nobody else. So don't be calling me, brother. She done spent all the money and she left, and she talking bad about me, and I don't know what to do. And I'm like, so anyway, y'all come in the chat if y'all have questions about y'all's business relationship, personal relationship, family relationship, courting situation that you may want to get a little bit of insight of. Like, listen, y'all, this is so important. You guys are playing. It is 2024. People have hidden motives.
Right.
And people are draining people's pockets. People are slandering people. People are dying. That's the worst part. People get murdered. You ever seen I think there was like a pastor, that was talking about how his wife was murdered and stuff like that. She committed suicide. And then he was trying to revive her. I said, trying to revive her. This sounds so suspicious right now. Make it seem like you did the murder. So this is how it happens. And more importantly, like the whole situation with what's happening in the entertainment space and just people in general, like we got to protect the children. We got to protect the integrity of the family, because I'm telling you, that's what trumps everything. Like the reason why I have these people on the screen for this specific reason is because these people literally run the world, and they run it as families. They all talk. There's only a handful of people, and they're running it as families, not as individuals. Like, I ain't never seen no individual entrepreneur or whatever up here running the goddamn world. Nope, they either married or have children, or were married and divorced, and they still running the family. And they're really not divorced. It's like, yeah, we just sleep in separate rooms. because they understand what it is and what they have to lose. Hold on, we got somebody in the chat. Hold on, got the God in the building. Hold on, let me see. Let me see. We got now, God. I'm telling you, we done went over it. The equation is off balanced. just from my again, he was okay. As long as you know, but listen, I'm just okay. Let's just go down this path, right? Let me pull up this little chart just so we can all see what's happening here. Okay. Ace of diamonds to a 5 of clubs. And it's double 5 of clubs too. All right, we have a complete miss. Okay. Let's see that 5 of spades. Complete miss with the ace of diamonds. So let's check the 5 of diamonds. Complete miss. 5 of hearts. Where are you, 5 of hearts? Complete miss. Folks, this is not even deep info what we're doing. This is literally just based off of card placement and or elements. Ain't nothing happening. That must have been an uphill climb. I'm throwing my hat out there. I bet it was an uphill climb. And I bet, right, that there was a sensual energy missing that was not fulfilled. But she has a lot of room to be talking. Talk to girl. Like, damn, like, when do you be quiet for a second? Just like, let me sleep, please. Please sleep. No, but you know, I just try to make it funny. But all seriousness, this equation is off balance. You ain't got nothing happening. Elements ain't there. You ain't got an anchor there. You don't even have, from my perspective, you ain't got an anchor. Mr. Yogi, you go ahead. You know, you the chief of cosmology.
Right. I mean, I was about to say we probably caught like the first, interaction, that first spark was probably all those files. Cause they got all those files together, so it's very spontaneous, and it was like, oh yeah, like, oh, shit, surprise. And then eventually we got into a routine, and then it's like, yeah, spontaneous shit ain't working no more. You talking too much, goddamn. I mean, it happens to all of us. I'll tell you, like Gojo said, clothes got the ability to hypnotize some people. So I think with the files, you got hypnotized by the spontaneous energy, and then that shit start to go away.
Right. And then you probably noticed, like, damn, man, she spent a lot of money right now. She talking to me. She talk a good game, This sounds good right now. You know what I mean? You know what? I can roll with it for a little bit. And it really starts to hit you. You be like, you know what? She really don't be just. She don't just be sensual like that. I need that, okay? And that ain't happening right now. So I know this is a family show, so I try to be, as honest and respectful as possible. But anyway, so yeah, this is an example of what I mean by, like, I want y'all to really pay attention. Like, do not ask this question mid 6 months. When is your birthday? This should be the first question so that you save time and resources, especially for you diamonds out there.
Yes.
Whew, especially for you diamonds. Y'all's monies and times is too valuable to be just thrown to the wind.
Right.
So ask these questions up front. And then if you know and you want to take the You want to take the alternative. You like, I want to prove Kojo and Yogi wrong. Yeah, I'm gonna go against the grain, and we be like, bravo. When y'all get married, you ain't going nowhere, okay? Unless you want to lose all that money, okay? So, just but the point is that this is a family that you're trying to build and establish, right? He said, shit. It's true. Okay. Have you ever been in a situation where somebody's really like using you for all your money and your resources, the value that you bring? You shine bright like a diamond, and they know this. So they gravitate towards you. They're like, this person look like they got money. Let me try to get all I can while I can get on this boat. And then you start noticing your pockets start getting drained. They're not getting replenished. No values added back into the pot. You're like, yo, where my money going? You be looking around like money missing. And you're like, hold on. It must be you. You give them the side eye look. Do you know about money? And she's like, nah, not really. But I just be spending it. World behavior. So going back to the questions that you need to ask, you got to ask these questions, especially for you, brother. How good are you with money? Are you good with other people's money? Are you good with your own money? If you're not good with your own money, but you're good with other people's money, I can teach you how to fix that. I can fix that. But anyway, y'all get the point, right? Who else wanna throw out? Who else wanna throw out like they got something? Like, come on, y'all. We here to help. Otherwise, we're gonna let y'all go to bed. Hold on, what y'all talking about in the chat? If she talks too much, get her on. Yeah, trip. You know what? Just because you said that, I'm looking at you. But yeah, you're right. I do not disagree with that. Let me see what else we got in the chat, y'all. Oh wait, somebody. I've been made an offer to contract, but I am uneasy about it. I am 11-7. Okay. Well, we went through the equation, right? So let me see if you can find the birth card, right? Let's go to the. Oh yeah. Oops. Right here. Let me zoom out. Mm-hmm. So we're gonna let you do some homework while we do it for you at the same time. So 11, we're gonna put here, right? Plus 7. So it's gonna be 22 plus 7, which is 29. 29 minus 55 is what? Come on, chat. I'm not gonna tell y'all the answer for that. 25 minus 55. Come on, chat. Come on, chat. What is that? All right, 26. Okay.
Yeah.
King of clubs, right?
Yep.
Right. So we have a king of clubs here. And if I'm not mistaken, that's a Sag, right? 11-7, right? Sag.
Scorpio.
Scorpio?
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, you're right. And Scorpio is Mars. So king of clubs, 1, 2, 3, 4 diamonds. Right. So that's the planetary number. Wait, no, not planetary number, but the planetary ruler, sorry. And then for the planetary number, we got to do 7, which is Neptune. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 6 of spades. All right. Now that we went through that, can you do the other one? 4-4. Come on, y'all. Okay.
So
let me go back here so y'all know how to do the formula. So we got 8 plus 4 is 12.
Yep.
12 minus 55 is what, chat? Come on, come on, come on, come on. 43.
Yep.
43 would be a 3 of spades, right?
Yep.
All right. I know y'all like, damn, Kojo. We really doing homework right now? Yes. And 4-4, that should be Taurus, right?
4-4 is Aries.
Yeah, Aries. Sorry, I'm getting these things.
I
First
do too.
polarity.
Trust me, I do too.
First polarity. I'm tripping. So that would be 8 spaces
Mm-hmm.
left from the. I said 3 of spades, right?
Yep, 3 of spades.
So where is that thing right here?
I guess. Yep.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Clubbing. Okay. Already, I have an answer already. I see a whole. I know you say you feel uneasy about it, but I see a mutual Mercury right here. Because I believe you were a 6 of spades as your planetary number.
Mm-hmm.
So I see a mutual Mercury, and I already see moon support action with the King of Clubs already. Right? Wait, yeah. Am I tripping? No, I'm tripping.
Must I bring the comment down? I can't see the. See what it is.
Yeah, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah. So 2 clubs, literally moon support right here. Boom, 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 boom.
Mm-hmm.
So that's just the second card. And I see a mutual Venus right here. And already I see 2 of the same suits matching, right? Right. Okay, so let's see if it really does balance out. So the planetary number, which is a 4, which is Jupiter. So if we go from here, oh man, it's gonna be off balance, but doesn't mean it can't work. 1, 2, 3. Oh, Queen of Spades. So again, the person that you may be dealing with may not have sense of diamond, sense of value. So that's the one thing that you do have to consider. But they're at least intelligent enough to want to possibly work with you, being a 2 of clubs, and they're creative with the 3 of spades action. So they're not afraid to work hard. Definitely the Queen of Spades energy will keep things kind of organized. And that would kind of balance out, your 6 of spade energy too. But you're definitely going to have to be leading the charge as the King of Clubs. You kind of see everything, or at least you should be. But it can work. What's your thoughts on that?
No, that messes it up perfectly. And then the only like with the person, you looking like for those dysfunctions to come on. Like, okay, they're supposed to be a Queen of Spades, but if they, if you do intelligent, because you're a Scorpio too, so you should be able to do like forensic investigation. And so, if you able to evaluate, like, okay, he organized, so just picking up those vetting those vetting systems to see, because 3 Spades, like Coach nailed it. Like he'd be able to be creative and organize the creativity versus it turning into like stress.
Right.
Stressed. Right.
We don't want that, right? So he said, but you said he felt like an energy vampire. Well, with that spade energy, you know what I mean? That Queen of Spades, it can be daunting, But that's because that person's operating from a place of dysfunction, I think, right? But really, that two of clubs, which is that fearful mind that you have to be very mindful of.
Yes.
And yes, they're supposed to operate in partnerships, but if they're coming from a place of being in a place of fear, like, damn, I have to work with this person, or if they don't think this way, then what if this and that, and they get to wonder, and you're like, damn, hold on, why are you tripping? And as a spade, they're going to work hard naturally. And so it may seem like that 2 is really kicking in, that they like really are leaning on you for like your wisdom as a king of clubs. So it feels like it is draining. And the reason why he asked you for a business deal to hook up in a business deal is because that 2 is really kicking in. But if he's coming from a place where he's attacking, or like he's looking for, I don't know, like a clear cut cookie cutter, or doesn't want to do the work, those are just dysfunctions that you may want to steer clear from. You know what I mean?
All right.
So,
And then, of course, I know we got the other level, like, what's that contract looking like?
definitely, like, the hell's that? Like, are you the only one that's like at risk, or is it, both ways? Like, is it mutual? Hey, you're welcome. You're welcome. Anybody else? We at the 2-hour mark. I know y'all like, damn, man. Ain't nobody about to go here and sit here through class for 2 hours, y'all. It's a lucrative trucking. Yo, and you being a diamond, you understand that not all money is good money. Not all deals are good deals, because they can hold you in a place where you're like, damn, my money held up. Now I have to really work hard for my money. Tied up. So if the deal is good, the deal is good. But if it's not good and it seems too good to be true, something seems off, listen to that spade energy. Like, don't go. Don't do that contract. Don't do it. Because you're going to be pissed when you sign it and then you go through it and I'm like, psych. And you're like, damn it. I should have listened to myself. That's literally what's going to happen. So y'all ain't got no problems relationship wise, business wise, friendship wise, family wise. We're trying to get to a point where we're not having family issues.
Right.
We want to be dynasty families, like people remember these names. They're like, damn, like fucking Amaroos, damn, they over here dominating fucking industries out here. Yup.
Yeah.
Yup.
Right.
So hold on, you said what? Hold on, you said my husband. Uh-oh. You know what? You already know what I mean. I know. Oh, you said your husband. Okay, cool. 7-1. Oh God. Is that the cutoff for cancer? Or I just want
That's right into cancer. That's right. That's cancer.
Oh Lord.
Yeah, he ace of spades.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Go ahead. I'll let you do this one, guy.
Is ace of spades, then cancer, so it's moon cards, 3 of diamonds.
Mm-hmm.
And then what you said, 1? Oh, so he a double ace of spades.
Yeah.
Spades, 3 of diamonds. Work and being creative with money.
Yeah.
And then let's see, what's she? She's a king of clubs,
King of
6
clubs,
of spades,
4 diamonds.
4 diamonds, and 6 king of clubs, 4 diamonds, 6 of spades.
Yep.
Let's see, what's well, y'all. Okay, so.
Hey man, you already know what my mind is.
Right. So it's no mutual connections. Of course, caveat is important. Like, even if it's not, you still make it work, because now your awareness is increased. That's the point of it too.
Correct.
But it is no mutual energies, and you a king of clubs too. You got the highest club. You want to talk.
You want to teach. You want to teach.
You want to teach. You want to talk. And you're a Scorpio too, so it just adds even more social element just to throw it in there. Yeah. And so, what was it? She was 6 spades. Now you got the spade to match his, so you could create that balance in work when he thinks of those new projects and new work. Oh, then you got the diamonds. So at least y'all matching with the spades and the diamonds.
Right.
It's
Just
just the clubs. Now you're gonna want to talk and teach, and he's probably gonna be like I just want to get some time to my work. I want to get some time to these creative projects. And
right.
so that's kind of how it turns out. Now, did you have a specific question, or just you just wanted us to?
Yeah, because listen, I know. So all you have to do is just be aware. Awareness is key, and honesty. So just if you notice that you're pushing a lot of knowledge, and the person, your husband, is like, damn man, like I'm really not want to hear the knowledge today. Just be aware. Read the room. Use your spade energy to read the room. Is he open today, or is he not open today? Maybe we should talk about resources today instead of just talking about knowledge and stuff. Yeah, honesty is what holds it together, man, and just being transparent. So just be mindful. Be mindful of the club energy. But you probably hypnotized them, so I don't even know why I'm tripping. Yeah, so, and so yeah, hopefully that makes sense. That's the energy. He's definitely into esoteric knowledge, or spiritual knowledge, or religious knowledge, whatever that realm of what he may participate in. He's always looking at that double time.
Yeah.
Sacred knowledge, something that's sacred. But the dysfunction is always just want to work as an individual. Like, you gotta make sure that y'all work as a team, and I think y'all balance. Yeah, I think y'all balance each other out, especially if y'all honest with each other and stuff like that. So just be honest. That's it. So what is that? That is what that looks on his face. Yeah, you're a trip. You're a trip. Hopefully you found that helpful, sis. Let us know. We're just here to help, right? And just bring clarity. What else y'all got? What else y'all got, chat? Y'all ain't got no problems. Y'all know we do this like every so often, where we let y'all come in the chat and spew y'all's question, and we will read and give perspective. Woohoo! Glad it was. Yes. Yeah. Okay, let me give y'all an example, y'all. I know you're like, damn, you on your club today. Well, actually, I'm on my 10 of clubs for 52 days, y'all. So y'all really about to hear me talk. So, public, those who are my students at the AU, you already hear me talking. So brace yourself for 52 days. So y'all know I don't do that often. So here's why I'm even pushing why you really need to be evaluating. This is for people who are not in current relationships. You really need to be asking, what is the family dynamic? Because you are going to have to do a lot of work on yourself or the other person's household. Because remember, when you marry, you taking in their family and they're taking in your family. So if you don't want to deal with that, or that don't resonate with you, what they got going on at their house, all types of dysfunction and chaos, well, you have an option. Do I want to deal with that? Because you can't just take the person as just the person. You got to take the whole family. The whole family is part of the package.
Facts.
So, and if y'all want to keep this family unit mindset, you want to do that, because then you can expand. Maybe people know different things. People are doing different things. And then maybe y'all can do things that like actually expand the wealth of the family. It's really supposed to benefit both sides of the family, not just one side. And we get this conception that you know, it's only supposed to be the woman that benefits. No, 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 no. It's supposed to benefit both sides of the family. And you really should be asking, or just go meet their family. Because people may tell you what their family household looks like, but go meet them and see if you can mesh in. From my experience, when you meet the parents and you have a mutual Venus, it's crazy. They love you right out the gate. Right out the gate. You ain't even opened your mouth and they love you right out the gate. That's a good family dynamic, right? You may even have somebody that like you have a mutual Mercury with that parent, and you know y'all can conversate, talk things easily. That's a good dynamic to have, right? So I just want y'all to get this, man. Like, families trump individuals. People who are moving independently on their own. It ain't happening. You're not going far. What was that song called? You wouldn't get far. You ain't gonna get far. I promise you. Anyway, y'all don't want to come in the chat. Y'all a little nervous today? Because if y'all nervous today, that's cool. We probably do this again. I'll put this in the chat one more time. And yeah, families can be a collective mentality. It is. Like, it's not. Let me go back to my favorite picture for the day for class. These people are running what you and I are involved in today in 2024. When you come to Texas, the first thing that comes to people's mind is George Bush.
Nope.
I know you had to pass on the George Bush Turnpike, especially those who are in Dallas. Houston too. There's a whole tollway. Anyway, let me not get distracted. So anyway, Houston, Dallas, y'all thinking of this family right here, and they running the show in the energy sector. Money. So JP Morgan, I know y'all going to that bank. I don't know why y'all still going to that bank, but anyway, because they sold y'all's information. But they run the show. They run y'all's money. Y'all be begging the bank out of JP Morgan. They be like, yeah, we take your money and we do fractional lending. That means we ain't got to hold no money. That means we lend all the money. And then when you're ready to collect, we're like, you got to give us 20-day notice.
Right.
They playing that game with y'all's money. So families, y'all. Like, this is the mode that we need to be in. Especially when stuff gets a little wonky with the wars. The food supply, these vaccines that they're pushing out. DuPont is already working with Monsanto, who works with other people who affect the food that you and I eat. Period. The supplies that you use, all that stuff.
Yep.
You do not want to be behind the ball. This is how we go. This is how we literally trump the families that literally are running the system. Now you're like, damn, but we like 100 years plus behind. Yes, we're behind. But that doesn't mean we can't get started by planning families properly, giving them specific attributes, then putting them in specific schools, putting them in specific trainings to get them exposed to certain things. I mean, we got to start going to their think tanks. Since they be doing COINTELPRO on us and they be sending people into our tribe, we need to COINTELPRO them and go to their think tanks.
Right.
You know them think tanks that they be going to? Be costing like $4,000. I'm like, damn, for basic pass, $4,000. That does not even include the flight to wherever it is, because it's not going to be in America. It's like somewhere remote Switzerland.
Right.
So we got to start doing that, because this is how we stay. I don't know, you like, well, can't we just watch it online? Because like they'll just post it anyway. But there's certain things that you don't see. The connections, the talking. Like when I look at those things, I don't see a whole lot of us there, if at all. That's how we got to do that stuff. This is how we. Anyway, Mr. Yogi, you got anything?
Actually, no. I mean, that hit the point right there. That last point, which is important, like, you know, family units, put people in a proper, attributed place, and get into these think tanks, like, and really build with each other. Like, some of y'all live in the same area as other people. Y'all gonna be, reach out to them, text, talk to them.
You're right, though. You're right. Build with each other. Anyway, since y'all don't have any questions, seems like y'all good. Don't be mad when we hit y'all with the bill when you say I need perspective on relationship, because we opened the flow for everybody. Y'all were too scared tonight. That's okay. We're gonna do it again. But y'all, we appreciate y'all taking the time to attend class. We know this was a long one, but hopefully you got something valuable that you can take, share with your family, loved ones about this. Okay. So we got a question in the chat. All right. Can a woman start a jurisdiction? Now, I would tell you no, because that's coming from an individual perspective. Can a man and woman start a local jurisdiction? Yes, because it's supposed to be families coming together, right? And just from my perspective, that's the best formula, is when you have families that are not just individuals, man and female, right? Along with they're in a courting situation, meaning they already have a family they already got a family. They've already got their government and their own household started. It's already structured and good to go, and they're interacting with other families to build out the local jurisdiction, meaning now they're getting specific credentials at AU, whether it be a jurist, tribal doctor, cosmologist. Those are the three basic ones that you minimally need. So a woman can't do all of that, by herself. You want to do that as a families. You know what I mean? So, and then quite frankly, just to be, maybe this sounds rude, but there's just certain things that when it boils down to it, you're going to need a man in the mix leading the charge. You're like, damn, Kojo, did you really just say that? Yep. I said it. And it's not to be rude, right? But the reason why I'm saying that is because they're the ones that are going to put themselves on the line first. They're going to be making sure that the protection comes into place with the families, for all the families, not just their own family. They were looking at all the families. And again, they're not moving as an individual. They're moving as a unit, as a family unit, but moving as a family unit that's on code with other families that are in the local jurisdiction, and they're responsible for the, other families as it together. I heard she say, oh, man, I promise, but hold on. You know what? I should have played this. So to answer your question, again, I answered it from my perspective.
Get the least amount of help with, especially the brothers. We're also focusing on building local jurisdictions with families that are a part of it, so that we can protect our nationals locally.
Boom. Right? I'm gonna hit y'all with another one.
Can't be lazy in this, bro. Like, we have people that come in the army.
One more.
Men waiting on me to open a local jurisdiction. Men waiting on me to open a local jurisdiction. Man, get your ass out here and open up a local jurisdiction for the sake of the survival of your race.
Grown men waiting on them. So yeah. So to go to your comment right here, that's exactly what he said. So men need to be out here working, starting local jurisdictions, starting healthy families. Because this is how you're going to protect people locally. So instead of people having to call from region 1 to region 6 or region 9 or region 3, they can just stay within the region 1 and like, okay, yeah, I can go to this person because we have a local jurisdiction established. I ain't got to go outside. I can make a phone call to somebody, they can pull up at wherever I'm at.
Right.
If it's not too far, because you can still, Lord have mercy. Let me check the camera. I know we passed time. We passed time. Closing time. Hold on. Cool. All right. So, big thing is that when you have these local jurisdictions established, you can solve this problem locally, and you don't have to go outside to a different region to get the assistance that you're looking for. So, let's say you got a ticket, and then you're like, damn, I need a local jurist to help me with this process. You have one locally. And if you need to go to court, they can be with you, assisting you locally. Instead of somebody remotely from a whole nother state. You got one in-house. Anyway, I'm gonna play this one more time. Because this is supposed to cut deep.
All men waiting on me to open a local jurisdiction. Man, get your ass out here and open up a local jurisdiction for the sake of the survival of your race.
Bingo. All right. Since y'all think we playing out here. Let me go to the question. Being a king of clubs, I'm driven for something to be here. Yeah. Okay, so that's region 4. And there's that's like the local families that are out there in like Chicago, Indiana. Like y'all need to be talking. I think there's like a group chat, Telegram chat, I think, for that region 4.
Yeah.
But definitely ask that question in the on the government page chat, Facebook chat. So you should be in there already. So just ask that question there. But I believe there's a group of them. I think isn't Angela Vu? She's in that region 2, right?
No.
They moved to region 3. Never mind.
Yeah. I think Sister the Minister of Birth and Death, Sister Naima. Yeah.
There's people up there.
Yeah, it's people out there.
Yeah. So y'all should be interacting. Speaking of interaction, I know there's some people that are like, Kojo, if you don't get back to me with your text message that I sent to you, I know y'all. Forgive me. I will respond. But really just get with those local families, ask the question at the Facebook page, just so you can see who's actually there. There should be a chat, if I'm not mistaken. Because I remember Brother Wahali was talking about it, and I think Brother Varu was talking about it. So get with those brothers and sisters out there that should be working, because we can't be lazy at this. I know it's hard, but
all men waiting on me to open a local jurisdiction. Man, get your ass out here and open up a local jurisdiction for the sake of the.
All right, y'all get the point. So, if there's no questions, y'all, we appreciate the attention tonight for tonight's class. Hopefully, y'all got something out of it. Go to bed, rest well. I know everybody. Yeah, I know. Well, here's the thing. I know y'all want to come to Texas. I know y'all want to come to Georgia. There's Florida too. And we would be lovely to have y'all down here. Because it's cold up there anyway. I don't even know why people are up there. I used to live in New York. It was cold. Did not enjoy it. Did not enjoy it at all. But yeah, hopefully I found this valuable. Appreciate y'all's attention. I know this was long. Share this with your family, friends, loved ones. If they need questions, oh yeah. Oh, I'm sorry, y'all. I know you're like, Coach, are you always motherfucking selling? Yes, yes, I. But not necessarily in a not necessarily in a bad way, right? I have to do this because I think this is important. So for those who in Region 6, and you want to get and you're active and you have things that you're doing within the region, we have the regional local jurisdiction page, but we have businesses within the region that are listed, right? So let me scroll down to that section, right? So we have these businesses listed right here within the region, right? And if you want to get your business listed on the local jurisdiction page, because again, this will be a good place for traffic and stuff like that for your business, let us know. We do have an intake for that. It should be on the website. It's probably not on the website because I'm not seeing it. So, but just let us know. We'll get you to fill out the intake, and then and that's basically to collect the information so that we have all the information that we need to list it on the website, and then we're good to go. So if you want to do that, be sure to do that. And yeah, we just want y'all to get y'all's businesses listed. Yeah. Hold on, y'all hit me with the mastermind comments. I know y'all. Been a while. So we're doing an animation series for Black Knight, actually, as well as in conjunction with the Way of the Sheep. So we're doing an animation for that. We put out a couple of teasers, and all I can say is just be patient with us, because man, it's like a lot that goes into it, y'all. It's a lot. It's a lot. So as far as the books are out there. Definitely you can go to the website. But as far as like volume 1 for Black Knight, it should be out there on the website, mastermindcomics.net. And I think we're getting ready to release the volume 1 for The Way of the Sheep. We just put out the first chapter as like kind of a teaser, but we're getting ready to release volume 1, and that's kind of like a part of the cosmology dissertation anyway. So yeah. And then yep, you'll be reaching out. Yeah. Reach out for sure. We'll get your business listed. My grandson saw them and loved it. We got more cooking, man. And Mr. Yogi, he got some things cooking too, man. So, we just, priorities, doing government stuff first, getting y'all squared away, and while we working slowly on these other projects. So just bear with us, right? But we're glad that your grandson saw them and loved them. That's really what makes us really smile. It's just like when we go to these shows, or we just show people the website, and they're like, "Damn, like, yo, can you draw us in it?" And we be like, "We can figure out something to put you in as like a as a background character or something."
Yo, I watched the one YouTube video. This a while ago that you did on your mastermind comments.
Mm-hmm.
You was talking about animes for Black people. You was talking about all the characters. I was like, damn, this shit makes. I was like, excuse me. I was like, dang, this made so much sense. Hey, try.
They be doing us dirty. Oh, dirty.
Oh.
Right. Yeah, so it's just we have to dominate that industry too. And we already are just a sidebar. We already are. I know some people are like, oh, we don't see anyway, just stay with us, right? We're gonna show y'all. We're already showing y'all, because when we show this stuff, people are like, yo, even the other peers, they be like, how do they do that? Let me copy this information. What does that mean over there? That whole star symbol with the other symbols, the 8-pointed star, what the hell does that all mean? So yeah, I mean, they're always watching. They love the stuff that we put out. so much that they want to buy it.
Right.
And not pay royalties, which is a bad deal. Never take those type of 360 deals. Anyways, all right, y'all. We're going to get out of here. We're going to shut it down. We love y'all. Man, appreciate y'all taking the time tonight to pay attention. Hopefully you found this useful. Remember, move as families, not as individuals. As we've proven today, individuals will not rule the world. It's always families. Period. So, on that note, be good. Book your consultation for cosmology with Mr. Yogi at walkaid.fun. Is it that fun? Am I
Yep.
correct?
Yep.
I remember it. And get your cosmology insight from the chief himself. So, on that note, family, we love y'all. Peace.
Peace.